Hello everyone, myself Pratiksha. I am first year student teacher of KLES College of Education, Ankola. And today we will learn about the prose Justice Above Self, which is written by Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand is a pseudonym of Dhanpat Rai. He was a famous Indian author and poet who urged into modern Hindi and Urdu literature with his writings. The writer is mainly recognized for his creations that always contained a social message and raised a voice against the social evils prevailing in Indian society. Now we move towards the prose Justice Above Self. Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhry were good friends. So strong was their bond of friendship that when either of them went away from the village, the other looked after his family. Both were greatly respected in the village. Juman had an old aunt who had some property. This she transferred to him on the understanding that she would stay with him and he would look after her. The arrangement worked well for a couple of years, but thereafter the situation changed. Juman and his family were tired of the old relative. Juman became as indifferent to her as his wife, who greeted even the little food that the old lady needed for survival. She swallowed these insults along with her food for a few months, but patience has its limits. One day she spoke to Juman, "My son, it is now obvious that I am not wanted in your house. Kindly give me a monthly allowance so that I can set up a separate kitchen. My wife knows the best how to run the house. Be patient," said Juman shamelessly. This made his aunt angry and she decided to take her case to the village panchayat. The old lady went about meeting people, explaining her case. Some sympathized with her, others laughed at her. A few others advised her to make it up her nephew and his wife. At last she came to Algu Chaudhry and spoke to him. You know, Chachi, Juman is my best friend. How can I go against him?" Algu said. "But is it right, my son, to keep mum and not say what you consider just and fair?" pleaded the old lady. "Come to the panchayat and speak the truth," she said. Algu did not reply, but her words kept ringing in his ears. The panchayat was held under old banyan tree. Juman stood up and said, "The voice of Panch is the voice of God. Let my aunt nominate the head Panch. I will abide by her decision. I nominate Algu Chaudhry as the Panch. The Panch knows neither enemy nor friend," stated the old lady. "Fine," replied Juman, hiding his joy over this unexpected piece of luck. "Chachi, you are aware of my friendship with Juman," said Algu. "Yes, but I also know that you will not kill your conscience for the sake of friendship. God lives in the heart of the Panch, and his voice is the voice of God." And the old lady explained her case. "What have you to say in your defense?" asked Algu to Juman. Juman narrated how his aunt transferred her property and how he promised her to look after as long as she lived. "But of late there have been quarrels between my wife and aunt. Now my aunt is claiming a monthly allowance from me, which I can't pay. That's all I have to say." He concluded his submission. After consulting others, Algu announced, "We are the opinion that Juman must pay his aunt a monthly allowance, or else the property goes back to her." Now the friends were seldom to seen together. The bond of friendship was broken. In fact, Juman saw Algu as the enemy and wanted to take revenge. Days passed, and as ill luck would have it, Algu Chaudhary was in a tight spot. He sold one of his bullocks to Sanju Sahu, a car driver of the village. The understanding was that Sahu would pay the price of the bullock in a month's time. It so happened that the bullock sold by Algu died within a month. Several months after the death of Bullock, Algu reminded Sahu of the money he had not yet paid. I can't pay you a penny for the wretched beast you sold me. He brought us nothing but ruin, Sahu said angrily. Algu decided to take the case to the panchayat. The panchayat was held under the old banyan tree. Algu stood up and said, "The voice of the punch is the voice of God. Let Sahu nominate the head punch. I will abide by his decision." Sahu saw his chance and proposed the name of Juman. Algu's heart sank and he turned pale. The moment Juman became the head punch, he realized his responsibility as a judge and the dignity of his office. Could he seated in that high place have his revenge now? He decided not to allow his personal feelings to come in the way of speaking the truth and doing justice. Both Algu and Sahu presented their cases. Then Juman stood up and announced, "It is our opinion that Sahu pay Algu the price of the bullock. When Sahu bought the bullock, it suffered from no disability or disease. The death of bullock was unfortunate, but Algu cannot be blamed for it." Algu could not contain his feelings. He said loudly, "Victory to the panchayat! This is justice! God lives in the voice of Punch!" Soon after, Juman came to Algu, embraced him and said, "Since the last panchayat, I had become your enemy. Today, I realized what it meant to be a punch. A punch knows no friend or enemy, but only justice. Let no one deviate from the path of justice and truth for friendship or enemy." Algu was also in the tears. His tears washed away all the dirt of misunderstanding between them. So, today we learned about the pros, justice above self. Hope you have all understood the pros, justice above self, and thank you.